Good customer service is important in every business and industry, but in law enforcement, that service can mean the difference between safety and danger. That's why I want you to know your police officers are showing up every day to provide the best possible service despite many challenging circumstances. Every day, the Spokane Police Department receives hundreds of calls from community members seeking police assistance. For example, in 2022, officers responded in person to almost 100,000 calls. That's an average of 273 incidents each day. Many law enforcement agencies across the country are struggling with staffing issues and hiring qualified candidates, and Spokane is no different. While officers work tirelessly to respond to as many calls as possible, the Spokane Police Department received more than 239,000 requests for police in 2022. We continue to try and find innovative ways to bridge the gap between demand for police services and our capacity to respond to as many calls as possible. Elevated crime rates, demand for services, and evolving legislative and judicial decisions make the work of a police officer complex and multifaceted. And the types of calls officers are responding to increasingly involve people with mental health issues, drug addiction, and those involved in volatile domestic violence situations. Few other professions have been analyzed, studied, reviewed, and reformed like police. But despite this environment, our officers are showing up, answering your calls, and providing the best possible service every day, and we are honored to do so. We are pleased and we are blessed that the vast majority of our community supports the Spokane Police Department, support that is all the more needed by our officers in challenging times. That support is shown through letters, phone calls, officer interactions with citizens, and emails like this one, which I'd like to read in part. Several of your officers responded to a domestic issue involving my daughter, where she was being held against her will by her boyfriend. My daughter relayed to her mother and I how professionally and compassionately your responding officers handled this situation. Because of their actions, she is safe and he is sitting behind bars. We are working with her to establish a long-term safety plan. I cannot express enough from my wife and I our sincerest and most heartfelt gratitude. We understand it can be scary and frustrating to be the victim of a crime. I firmly believe that public safety is a community issue, and many of you are working with us to tackle the challenges facing our city so that we can all live in a community that is safe and healthy for everyone. I would like to thank you for showing up and partnering with SPD. We could not do this without you.